I go through some tips that are very helpful for those who want to learn how to bake a cake from scratch. Making a cake are not difficult, but you have to learn the proper techniques. Once you learn the process and practice, it will be very easy. So don't be scared how to make a cake from scratch. Baking tip 1. All the ingredients have to be at room temperature. If you forgot that step, don't worry. You can bake a cake very fast even if your ingredients are cold from the fridge. If your eggs are cold, you can fill a bowl with the tap water and place the eggs in it. In around 5 to 10 minutes, your eggs will be in at room temperature. If your butter is too cold, and place that in the microwave for 5-second increments until it's softer. You don't want it melting unless it's specified by the recipe. For the milk, you can do the same. Baking tip number 2. You need perfect measurement in baking. All the ingredients should be measured correctly. Best way to measure everything using a scale, but not everyone has a scale available. It is important to use a good quality tools that to measure your ingredients correctly. Using a regular dining spoon is not a good idea either. Get a good set of measuring spoons. Using this type of measuring cup is meant to be used with dry ingredients. You always want to scoop not back and level it. Same with a tablespoon and teaspoon. Then you have this type of measuring cup that is mostly used for your liquids. You have to fill the cup till the measurement you needed. Baking tip number 3. You have to fill the pan halfway. Once it's baked, it will double in size. If you fill it full, it will spill. Pans comes in different size, shapes and heights. The typical standard cake size is 4 inches tall. Basically, you can use 2 pans for 2 inches height cake. If you have a taller pan, it will take long time to bake. Also, you have to know if you are using a bigger pan, you will need heating core on the center of the cake to help the heat to distribute equally. You need to get the pans ready for the batter. So, cover it with spray or parchment paper, shortening and flour. Use the method you prefer. Make sure you use one of these methods so that your cake doesn't stick to your pan. You should prepare your pan before your batter is ready so that you won't let the batter sitting in the counter. And also your oven turn on at the beginning of your mixing. Batter waiting in the counter may cause problem and it won't rise properly. After you mixing your batter, you make sure your oven is ready. Baking tip number 4. Don't open the oven while the cake is baking. If you open the oven, the cake won't rise and you will fail to have a beautiful cake. Some says you should turn around the cake. Not all the oven do well. When you do this, your cake might deflate. So learn to work with your oven and see what works best for you. You can always see through the oven glass that the cake is detaching from the side of the pan and the aroma of the cake will be everywhere. You can slightly open the oven and prick a toothpick and see whether it is ready. If it's not ready, close it fast. Leave the door open too long can cause the cake to fail too. And also always check that your oven is calibrated and working properly. There are many things you can do when you are baking will lead to a successful cake. Follow these simple tips, you will get a perfect soft cake. I hope you have learned something from this video. See you with another video.